now Friday the 20th of May, and I'm leaving Pattaya for the last time, bound for Bangkok for the weekend. See these sights, tourist attractions, and on Monday it's back home to England. Going through the centre of Bangkok now. Just a quick look at the hotel I've chosen in Bangkok. I wanted to be in the Sukhumvit area, which is a little more expensive than certain other areas outside the city centre. But I've paid about £20 a night for this room. As you'll see, it's much smaller than the rooms I've had in the other locations that I've been in on this holiday. Television in the room, of course. Not that I watch television in Thailand. But what I can't understand, perhaps somebody could enlighten me here, but all around the bed there's a flashing LED strip light or ribbon light. Which comes on when you switch the main lighting of the room. The whole way around the bed, and it sort of gets reflected around the wall as well. All very well, but I can't understand why you need Blackpool illuminations in your bedroom. Perhaps it's supposed to spice up your sex life, I don't know. And finally, here's the wardrobe, complete with gowns and slippers and a safe unit there. But even the cupboard also has LED lighting in a kind of a pink colour. You can see the lighting. So quite an unusual room. This is one of the main thoroughfares which runs through the city of Bangkok. This is a road named as Sukhumvit. Visit any time of the day. And both Soi 4 where I'm staying and Soi 7, where the beer garden is located, run off of this main road. Also, elevated high above the road is a train system known as the BTS. Just go up the stairs, buy a ticket. It's a case of hop on and hop off wherever you want to go in the city. Plenty of pretty high skyscrapers at Bangkok, of course. And I'm now going to look for a taxi to take me to the Wot Pho Temple. The taxi driver charges 400 baht, it's about £8. The journey took about 25 minutes. Behind me, you can't see it yet, but behind me is the Wot Pho Temple, and I think you'll be amazed at the sights. And here I am now at the entrance. I bought my ticket, just 200 baht. That's around about £4. The temple is actually vast, covers many acres. And here's just a sample. little signpost here, and there's one that I've been looking for, which is down there. Sign to the reclining Buddha. Shoes off once again, and I'll go inside to see the reclining Buddha. Just had a word with one of the guides. The Buddha is 15 metres high, 46 metres in length, and it took 23 years to build. And the Buddha is said to be reclining before entering a state of nirvana. And that's the reclining Buddha from head to toe. I think that's about it to see here at the Wot Pho Temple. Quite by chance I've stumbled on some sort of a market. There's a meat counter. There you can see some of the Bangkok city skyline. Straight after you walk into Soi 4, you have a few bars with that serve food. Morning, night, stumble in, and I've just had a snack there. Chicken satay skewers at Big Dogs, which I think is part of Stumbling. But right next door to that is an entertainment venue which they call the world's largest adult playground. Bars specifically for the single man, shall we say. But I was here 2 years ago, and this place is a shadow of what it was. back in January 2020. The plaza is on the site of a former shopping mall that was converted into an area of bars with ladies that would entertain you. Sadly, following COVID, there's only a few bars still running. So now I'm going to walk further down Soi 4. There's the inevitable Irish pub there, Fitzgerald's. Now there's a bar over the road there, another Irish pub called the Blarney Stone. And I've just been talking to the owner, Owen. He's told me that for the second time since I went on holiday, there won't be any alcohol served in the town after 6 o'clock. Apparently there's an election tomorrow and all the pubs are going to be shut at 6. In the space of about 2 or 3 minutes, I've already had about 3 taxi drivers stop in the road and ask me if I wanted a lift. Also as many tuk-tuk drivers. Seems like the taxis and the tuk-tuks are desperate for your custom. When I came out of the Wot Pho Temple yesterday, I was absolutely pounced on by a tuk-tuk driver offering to take me to all parts of Bangkok. Brought out the brochure and I said no thank you, no thank you, but he absolutely wouldn't leave me alone. Walked away in the end. And as I say, beware of these tuk-tuk drivers, especially because most of them are genuine of course, but 1 or 2 of them might relieve you of a bit more of your money than you thought they would. I've asked the taxi driver to take me to the Baiyoke Sky Tower, which I went to 2 years ago. There's a bit of confusion. He's taken me to the wrong tower actually. It doesn't matter because just look at this bad boy. So I'm going to go inside. He tells me that you can go right to the top. I'm not quite sure what to expect when I get to the top, but here goes. So now on the 74th floor. And here's the view from the top. It is of course a square building rather than the circular observation point at the Baiyoke Sky Tower, but amazing view. Very little mist this morning. I think the rain overnight has made the view really clear. And there's an escalator here which takes you up to the 75th floor. So I'm now on the 76th floor and there's a little staircase here which takes you up, I believe, to an open air viewing gallery. And the sign there says 314 metres highest in Bangkok. Even each stair is marked with the height. Now on the 76th floor, and unlike the 74th floor, which was glass enclosed, I'm now standing at the very rooftop, which is open to the elements. So time to make my way down the stairs. Well, I have to say that was really weird. There's actually a glass floor in one area here of the rooftop where you can look directly down below. Certainly not for anyone who suffers from vertigo, that's for sure. And there is a rooftop bar there if you like a drink. I've now arrived at the next high rise that I'm gonna go up. This is the Baiyoke Sky Hotel Tower. Little photo corner here for selfies or whatever. But amazing that both of these towers claim to be Bangkok's tallest building, and from what I can gather from the taxi driver, I think this is now the second highest, with the King Power Tower that I just visited superseding it. I'm now actually on the 83rd floor, but I'm going to walk up the stairs here to the next floor, the 84th, to go to the revolving viewpoint. There's no glass here, but there is a mesh. But you can point your camera through the mesh into the open air, and that's the view down below. I was actually standing on this floor 2 years ago, and I have to say that the view is much clearer than what it was the last time I was here. Building there in the distance, I believe, is the King Power Tower, where I've just been. Kind of a spaghetti junction there, and if you look carefully, the straight line there is the railway line. You can see the grid lines of the viewing platform. So I say it is open to the elements. There's no glass there. That is purely a grid. Every so often you can see the view while you're going down or up in the lift. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I had intended to have a meal in the Blarney Stone, an Irish pub in Soi 4, but they don't open till 3, so I'm going to cross over the road and have a meal in Fitzgerald's instead. Another Irish pub, of course. Well, it is Sunday, so why not have a Sunday roast? Roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, and all the veg. Can't be bad. I just found out that there's no alcohol sales until 6 p.m. this evening. So no alcohol served. It is election day, and no alcohol between 6 p.m. last night and starting again at 6 p.m. tonight. Not quite sure of the reason for that. I can't see Boris Johnson agreeing to it, certainly. So Coca-Cola it is. Dinner is served. And it was 350 baht, £7, but it does include the price of the soft drink. It's now Sunday the 23rd of May and I'm going home today. The flight isn't until very late, about 15 minutes before midnight. Getting home to England at about 20 past 8 the following morning, bearing in mind that England is 6 hours behind Thailand. And I'm off to have breakfast in the Irish pub called the Blarney Stone. What I've decided to do is to have a walk, turn left off of Sukhumvit, and I'm now heading down towards Lumphini Park. And although it's hot, I don't mind having a walk around the Bangkok streets. Gives you a chance to see the city from a different kind of angle to what you see if you take a taxi or a tuk-tuk. The name of this road is the Wot Pho Road. Not quite sure if I've pronounced that correctly, but it is the street where there's an abundance of embassies of various countries. As you can see, New Zealand and Ukraine are located here on the left-hand side. And if you can make it out between the traffic that's flowing by, there's the embassy of the USA. Despite being in the centre of Bangkok, this road, Wot Pho Road, is quite a pleasant tree-lined boulevard. So it's quite a long walk from my hotel, Soi 4, to Lumphini Park, which is in Soi Saracen. And this is the beginnings of the park. It is quite an extensive, quite large park, and the entrance is quite a way down, I think. So here is the entrance to the park. It's open from 5 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. And straight away inside the park there's a little Buddhist shrine. I've just had my temperature taken by some guards on the gate, and apparently I haven't got COVID, which is good. So they allowed me access into the park. Quite a large lake in the middle of the park. The park is actually known more for anything as a exercise park. You'll often see joggers or just walkers going around. Go on, girl, where you go? How about that bad boy then? And one of them has decided to get out of the water at last. So how about that? At least 2 feet, maybe almost 3 feet in length. There you go.
روح هنا نكمل. لا حاول طلع على النبي الربع. تعاونوا من الشيطان، تعاونوا من الشيطان. والله انه الظاهر قاعد.
I must say I'm really enjoying this walk around the park, looking at the amazing wildlife especially, but what I could really do with is a bottle of water. It's as I say, it's the hottest day I've had since I've been on holiday in these whole 4 weeks. It's really sizzling. Quite incredible, these lizards are all over the place. So there you have the park in the middle of the concrete jungle. That is Bangkok. This of course is the children's exercise location. And here's an exercise facility for the adults. Well, I've heard of a zebra crossing, but this seems to be a lizard crossing. The really weird thing is that the Thai people walk round this park and don't seem to bat an eyelid when they see one of these lizards, so they're obviously quite commonly seen. And a little music hall there with the Royal Bangkok Symphony Orchestra seem to give concerts. So that was Lumphini Park. It's now 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I've booked a taxi at 8:30 to take me back to the main airport in Bangkok for my return flight home to England.